All right, Facebook, we are back up and live. Reggie Edwards here, Big Pete coming into the commentary booth. I'm just going to go and let you guys know. You guys might notice that the beginning of the show was removed and taken down from Facebook. That was our decision to do. Unfortunately, in that six-man tag team match, Judo Master was legitimately injured. We do not have an update for you at this time other than the fact that he has been taken to a local hospital, and we will have more information as we get it, but we do not feel like it's right to have that video up on Facebook with his injury happening, so we have removed it. He was able to walk out of the ring with some assistance. That is all we know. You will get more information as we have it.
Outlaw champion. He is the #1 draft pick, Blake Money Wright. His opponent is accompanied to the ring by Damian Reel and Dex Royal. He is one half of the highlight reel. He is Damon Reel.
All right, Big Pete. Damon Reel taking on Blake Money Wright one-on-one. This match was set up at the beginning of the show. If you were able to catch that on Facebook Live, you saw everything that went down. But in case you aren't able to see what was posted earlier, Dex Royal came out to the ring to kick the show off, cutting a promo about how, obviously, everybody knows that the Keto Mafia has taken advantage of the numbers game, and they haven't always been fair in winning matches. However, what happened at the end of Cruel Summer kind of opened their eyes a little bit to what they've been doing. They don't appreciate what Blake Money Wright and Jake Omen did. They don't understand it any more than any of us do. But Blake Money Wright came out, interrupted that, and, well, here we are. Blake Money Wright taking on Damon Reel. One-on-one. Blake Money Wright not even taking the jacket off. How stuck up do you have to be to not even take your jacket off to start the match against a two-time tag team champion? This is a multiple champion. And Blake Money Wright not even willing to give him the courtesy of taking his jacket off to face him. And referee Brooklyn, God bless her, her first match, she's got her hands full, Pete.
Yeah, look, ordinarily this would be where the fans were yelling and screaming big time, but not anymore. Not with the way Blake has acted over the last few weeks.
And I will tell you right now, with what happened at the end, in the middle of that last match with Judo Master, with him being injured, the fact that the fans are willing to boo Blake Money Wright shows how much they hate this man right now. We're joined right now with Damian Reel in the commentary booth. Damian, it's going. Hopefully your brother is able to knock some sense into BMW here.
BMW is more like a clunker to me.
Ooh. Well, I know you guys have it out for Blake. You have a little bit more invested interest in this because of what Blake Money Wright and Jake Omen did last week to Rachel Little in the middle of that ring. And Dex Royal has a little bit of vested interest. You're not just fighting for WCWO. You're here to put a stop to him and his antics because last week was unacceptable. It was. Nobody asked for that. You're so flustered you can't even talk straight right now. Yeah. You guys have the numbers advantage right now. Earlier in the match, you and Dex were both out there. Only Jake's out there on Blake's side. I don't like Blake's chances in this feud at all. Because after the end of Cruel Summer, I don't like Blake's chances of holding that belt. What is he doing it? Why is he mocking the ref? You know, Blake calls himself the #1 pick, but you know what? If I was in charge of the draft, I'd pick him 32nd overall. Last in the first round. Actually, last in the 7th round. from the way he's been acting lately. I don't want that on my team. Nope.
We'd be lucky if we even got a draft pick if we traded him.
If Blake Money Wright was the draft pick quarterback, he would hold out for more money and then just never show up after he got it. Blake Money Wright on the ropes. Referee Brooklyn counting to 5. Just, I wouldn't say he knows how to count to 5. He just knows when 5 is going to happen.
Yeah, he just takes that very last second, just before they get to 5.
Damon Real doing everything he can to get back in this match, but Blake Money Wright, as much as we may hate this guy, taking advantage of the opportunities he has in front of him.
That was
with
a hard kick to the back.
Stiff kick to the back of Damon. Oh, that's... Yep. Look at him just slapping the face of Damon. Just complete disrespect. I'm going to be honest, Damien, your brother looks like he might be out of it right now. But if there's one thing you guys have proved to us, just when we think you guys are out of it, second wind, one opportunity, you guys are right back in it. You guys are two-time champions for a reason. Well, Damon Real looking for that, and a massive spine buster from Blake Money Wright onto Damon, but I have a feeling that's not all Damon has in this match. Damon kicking out just in time at 2.5. He is not willing to say die just yet, Pete and Damien. Damon is still in this. He's not going to give up. Blake Money Wright, that arrogant, smug, cocky smile. Damon knows what's going on, though. Damon's been watching tape. Damon's been watching Blake. One of these days, that count is going to catch up to him. Oh, it's a family show, Blake.
Oh, beautiful power slam.
I said it was going to happen. I agreed with you. I said it would happen. Did I not say that would happen? I said that count would catch up to Blake. Oh, come on. Come on.
Let's do it this way, guys. He made a comeback. Let's leave it at that. He's making that comeback.
Do you want the headset, Damien?
Oh, big clothesline. And another one. Oh. Wow.
That was a slow count. That was
a
a slow count. Damon had him beat there, guys. That was a slow count, but the referee has done a good job at keeping order in this match. Damon doing everything he can to get the fans. That's pointing to the camera. Here comes the moonsault. Oh! Do you guys have
Nailed it. Wait a minute. Whoa!
What's he doing? No. Get out there, Damien. Get out there. Stop this. Just when he had the match won, Jake Oman has to come out and put a stop. The referee has had enough. She has had enough.
She needs to be out there restoring order, Reggie.
Look at the cockiness from Jake Oman and Blake Money Wright.
And the crowd is letting him
They're
have
deafening
it right now.
Oh, and here comes Dex Royal. Here comes Dex Royal with the red kendo stick. The red kendo stick to match Blake Money Wright's blood that will be shed at the end of Kings Never Die in a few weeks, Pete. That is symbolism at its best. Dex is here to make a statement. The refs are trying everything they can to separate this.
Don't do it, Dex. Don't Don't take the bait, Dex.
Dex wants to. Dex wants to.
Don't do it, Dex. If you do, you may ruin your chance of getting a shot at the title. Don't do it, Dex.
Here's the question. Dex wouldn't be the one touching him. The kendo stick would be the one touching him.
Yeah, but he's the one swinging the stick. Don't do it, Dex. Don't do it, Dex. No. Check on your brother.
Wayne Silver telling Blake to get back. Damon Real pulling Dex Royal back. All of these men except Jake and Blake want this match at the end of the month. Blake and Jake are doing everything they can to make sure that match doesn't happen.
Right. They know. They know it's just like a freaking watch.
I'm going to channel my inner Booker McFarland. Now, if Dex touched Blake, that match wouldn't happen because they have a no contact order. But he didn't, so the match happens.
There you go, man. But all I know is he's like a cheap watch right now, man. It's tick-tock, tick-tock. It's time's running out.
That look in the eyes of Dex Royal says, Blake, I'm coming for your title.
Let's give it up for Damon Real.
I don't feel like waiting. Get him out here, please and thank you.
Let's bring out Dex Royal's opponent.
All right, Pete, Facebook. Sorry it took a minute. Dex Royal, Dylan Bostic in the ring right now. A match that was supposed to be your boy, Mr. Jordan James. But he's nowhere to be found tonight. So Dex Royal willing to step in and take the opportunity for the Kendo Mafia against the returning Dylan Bostic, who hasn't been at the dub in, 2-3 years or so. Been a minute, making his triumphant return. And the crowd is all for Dex Royal, Pete.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if it'd be the same way if
No, they would not be all for him at all. In fact, Dylan Bostic would be, somebody get your hands out of the camera. Sorry. Dex Royal, Dex thought he had the match won. Pete, he cannot afford to do that against Blake Money Wright in a few weeks. If he does that, Pete, we will have the same Outlaw Champions reign of terror for God knows how long. Dex is our only hope. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Is that right? Did I get that reference right? Did I get that Star Trek reference right? You haven't seen it? You don't like it either?
I have never seen any Star Trek.
Really? Wow. Something we have in common. You know what show you haven't seen? You know a show you don't watch?
There's lots of shows
Yeah, you don't watch The Office, which Dex Royal taking it to Dylan Bostic like Andy Bernard taking it to Dwight Schrute in a duel. Not that you would know anything about that. You thought I wasn't going to do that for a week, didn't you? But both of these two men jockeying for position to prove themselves as the top guy at WCWO. Dylan Bostic not here regularly, but just dying to prove that he should. That even though he left, he's still a top guy.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the first time I've seen Dylan Bostic in the Outlaw Arena. I've seen him in many other places, but the first time I've seen him in the Outlaw Arena.
Crowd not excited to see Dylan Bostic with the advantage here, Pete.
He's got Dex Royal reeling right now.
He does.
But I know he's just making Dex mad now.
And Dex has had a rough night, Pete. He's been pissed off all night. And I'll be honest, the aggression that he wanted to take out on Blake Money Wright, he's trying to do. And of course, there goes Dylan Bostic biting the face of Dex Royal.
All I know,
Great
thank
sportsmanship.
goodness his brother in arms was there to take that Kendo away from him, because we would not get to see that match between Dex and Blake.
Absolutely. Now Dex taking that frustration out on Dylan Bostic's chest with monstrous chops. And Dylan Bostic with the running knee to the face of Dex Royal. That could be all she wrote for Dex.
Don't sell Dex too short, baby.
I've learned not to do that a year ago.
Yeah.
He made sure I knew not to do that.
I know it. Here we go. Fans getting behind Dex, and he's responding. But shortly.
This match is anybody's match, Pete. I'm going to be honest, Pete, it looks like Dex Royal over the course of a few weeks has become one of the top good guys and fan favorites here at WCWO. Just a couple months ago, one of the most hated men in WCWO has slowly gained the adulation, admiration, and respect of these fans.
Yeah, and I mean, really, the fans have always had mixed emotions with him. I just don't think they really truly took him as a bad guy or a good guy. They just enjoyed watching his wrestling.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be honest. Personality-wise and on the mic, he didn't give them a whole lot to cheer. He wasn't necessarily the most likable person in the ring, but his matches have always been fun, and the fans are starting to finally see that. And when he's winning them over, and he's showing a different side of his personality.
There we go. I was getting behind him again. Let's see if he can pull through this time.
Crowd not loving this, not loving Dylan Bostic having the offense, but Dex Royal moving out of the way just in time from that elbow drop from Dylan Bostic.
Yeah.
That could be the opening Dex Royal needs, Pete.
That's all she could have wrote if he'd made contact with that one.
Could that be it? Could that be it? Oh!
Is that a knee of his own?
Well, I think what happened, Pete, was she hasn't started writing yet because Dylan Bostic moved out of the way just enough to not get that stomp to the chest, but not quite enough because he caught that to the face.
Hey. Okay.
Dex Royal with the roll up. Dylan Bostic just able to kick out. Dex, he's sizing him up. And he got him down
he got
just
it
enough. Could
Is
that
it gonna
one,
be a three?
two. And
Yes.
Dex Royal victorious over
Her
Dylan
winner,
Bostic.
the Golden Spotlight, Dex Royal. Give it up again for Dex Royal. All right, now.
Oh. Hold up. Gotta go to the ring. All right. We got Jason Levi. As soon as he gets in the ring, we'll see what he has to say here. I am going to have the Gunslinger champion sitting in next to me. Dalton Davis, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, Big P.
All
How
right,
about
as soon as we
yourself?
find out, I'm doing good, man. It's good to be back after
Looking
missing
good.
last week.
Looking good. I like little cut. You know, it's taking me a little while to get
Yeah,
used to, but I like
thank
it.
As soon,
Reggie.
What about mine? What about my beard?
You have a face only a mother can love, and even at that, it's
She doesn't even
questionable.
love it.
no, that's why she kicked him out of Iowa.
That's right. The whole
Well.
state. All the moms.
Well,
They told me to get my pineapple pizza and get the hell out of Iowa.
well, I mean,
As soon as we,
Your problem.
at least you can save money on Mother's Day.
all right, folks, we're going to the ring.
Spend more on it. I just drink.
Anybody watch the WCWO Facebook page today? Anybody see where I call out Mac? Funny thing is, I've been looking for him all day. Guess where he's not? You're damn right he's not here. See, you get it. Hey, we got a whole farm around here, man. It's crazy. It is Indiana, yes, sir. Long story short, Mac's not here, and I'm in the mood to punch somebody in the face. So, who wants to get knocked out?
have his hands full here. We know who's coming out.
Yeah, that that is one scary man.
When did he get a pig's head?
I don't know.
That's kind of like
How did he get
Texas Chainsaw Massacre there.
Is it
isn't
real? Have we?
How did he get the pig's head?
Yeah, but is it real? I
Knowing him, I'd say it's probably pretty real.
yeah. I mean, if it's what he carries in that bag every day.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see it when I was in the back.
How can you see anything when you're knocked out, baby?
Did you watch the video? I was conscious. Don't listen to Buck Sexton. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Thought we were friends, don't promise.
Well, I mean, I guess that's what you get for thinking. Hashtag Team Big Pete. Oh.
Why does everyone hate me?
It's not that they hate you. They just like you more.
At the end of the day, Reggie screwed Reggie.
All right, let's go.
First, from Brazil, Indiana, he is hard to kill, Jason Levi. His opponent is from Des Plaines, Iowa, and weighs in at 250
You're
pounds
like
of dead
the
weight.
cousin.
He is
They
Jackson
never
Morgan.
took care of it, so we took care of. You know those.
Oh my God, it's Scarecrow.
Hey, me and Scarecrow punched each other in the face earlier.
Did y'all?
Yeah. Thank you, Scarecrow. Definitely gonna have to do it again. He's a fun person to punch.
Oh, he is.
He punches.
Anyway, well, I got you in here.
Okay.
Let's talk about this, man. Later on tonight, a couple matches from now, we got this big scramble match going on where the winner will become the number one contender for the Gunslinger title and have a match against him, I believe, next week.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You know, there's a lot of deserving guys in this match, Big Pete. Guys like Scorpion, guys like Pogo, guys like Hidari, guys like Shorty P. But you know who I really have my eyes on? That's Logan.
Logan?
Logan Myers. You know,
Yeah.
he's a kid that anytime I've gotten in the ring with him, we have just took it to each other, to the limits. And, you know, I think it would be interesting to get in there with him. I think it'd be interesting to see what he's got, and I'm sure he feels the same about me. But
I'd like to see what he can do, but he's in there against some big guys.
yeah, guys like Hidari, Jawan, you know, a lot of big boys. Scorpion, you know, he's no slouch himself.
And guys that's got a lot of
Experience, guys like Pogo, guys like, you know,
Flash.
Johnny Flash, Cesar Cerveza, you know, these are guys that have been around. They've done it for a while, so they know the ins and outs. But, you know, a lot of that can be, you know, filled in with a lot of heart, Big Pete. And I feel like that's what Logan has. They call him loud and proud for a reason.
Yeah, yeah. And it's good to see him back, too.
Yes, very good to see him.
The injuries were not that bad. He just needs some time off to get rested up and get back. I just don't think.
I don't think that's a good idea,
Yeah,
Jason.
this is not the same Jackson Morgan that Jason is based on.
Big drop kick from Jackson Morgan.
This is a different Jackson Morgan.
We
Like,
never used to seeing Jax come off his feet, but hey.
Jackson has actually been doing a lot of training. Lost a little bit of weight.
You know, I will say I've been around, and most of the time I've been around WCWO, Jax has always been here. And, you know, he's been through a lot of trial and tribulations, but recently I really feel like he's found his niche. He's found his comfort zone. He's channeled that inner monster that he's always had and just let it out. And now, I mean, he's just, there's no other way to put it other than he's a monster.
Yeah, and I mean, and he loves pain for some reason. I watch him. You know, I mean, he'll be out a little bit, but it's like he thrives in that pain. It's like, give me all you got. I'm ready.
Yeah, you know, I've always wondered, Big Pete, What does he do with the bodies after he puts them in the body bag and carries them back? You know, I have never been put in a body bag. I don't plan.
Well, luckily for a few of them, well, really, with the exception of one, that finally escaped. Most of them have been able to escape while he's dragging them back into the back area, or he gets distracted by someone else and they get out. Lord knows what would happen if you ever got him back.
That is
wherever
that is a scary thought. Because you know, like it's weird. I don't see him show up here to the building. I don't see him leave. He's just here.
He's just here. Yeah.
He's just here.
It's like Jackson Morgan.
5 seconds later, boom.
Yeah, it's like don't say it in the mirror 3 times, man.
Yeah.
Might show up in your house.
I'll give you $5 to do it, maybe.
No, thank you. When I was in the ring at Cagemas, I thought I was stronger then when he come in. You know, and I sold my elves out, man, to get away.
That's one scary man, that's for sure.
Yeah. One thing that's good for me is I know there's no way I would have fit in that little body bag he had, but he would have attempted.
Oh, yeah, he
He
would.
might have just tried to dismember him, Santa, and put him in there.
Oh,
my goodness.
hard into that wall.
Man, it felt like the building shook.
Yeah, it did. Jason wheeling for
It
him
looks
again.
like it didn't really affect him.
Going for it again and eats the wall one more time.
And a third time. And a fourth.
This could be it,
And
Big
now.
Pete. This could be it. 1, 2, kick out.
Wow, man. I mean, he kicked out.
You know, it's
God, man.
it is crazy, Big Pete. You know, Jason Levi, I know that man. And yes, he is hard to kill. But I feel like if there's anybody else here on our roster that truly thrives through that motto, that's Jackson Morgan. Because he is hard to kill. I mean, he just went head first into the wall 4 times and kicked out. That's not human.
No.
Super kick. Jason got Jack staggered. Another one.
Got him down now. Let's see what happens here. Jason's like drilling. He's moving though.
Hey, what is he calling for?
What's this? What?
Wait a minute.
Oh, big
Big
kick.
boot. 1, 2, 3.
Your winner, Jackson Morgan.
Hate to see it, Big Pete. You
Wow.
hate to see it.
I'm just trying to figure out who called for that. I mean, I don't see Mac. His music was playing. I'm not sure what's going on here. I just know one thing. Hard to Kill is laid out in the middle of the ring.
And that is one scary man that just vanished into that curtain. See, that's what I'm talking about, Big Pete. He just comes and poof.
Yeah. All righty. Well, thank you, Gunslinger Champion Dalton Davis, for sitting in with me. And I'm sure you're going to get out there to get a ringside seat to watch that number 1 contender match.
I'm going to be front row.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you, Big Pete.
Yep. We'll see you later. All right, folks. We got a little, it's been a while since we've had him in the building. Love him or hate him, he's always fun to watch.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Did we miss you? Yeah, we missed you.
Everybody loves Vinny, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to be back.
Oh, it's good to have you back, Vinny.
I missed home. It's good to be here in the house of Basher.
Yep.
And that gunslinger title
You got somebody else in here already? God dang it.
escaped my grasp tonight.
Seriously? You're doing Inside the Dome without me yesterday, this week, and then bringing everybody in here to do commentary. Granted, his entrance music is awesome. His shirt kicks ass.
And
That's the
everybody
only likable thing about Vinny
everybody
Machete.
misses him.
That's right.
That's not what it sounded like out there.
They don't know nothing.
No.
But then again, he wasn't excited to see them either.
See? He knows the answer.
We got DDP in the building. Where is he? Hey,
I know. Go away, Reggie.
I missed you so much, Vinny.
I'm sure you did.
Senzo.
So are you gonna make like a journalist and ask any questions here? I'm just gonna sit here and take up space.
The last time I asked you questions, you tried to hit me in the head with your cane.
Yes?
Can you get out?
He no
Yeah.
longer has the cane.
No, I got rid of that
Unless
thing.
you must not follow him then. And
No, you said you didn't know you should get rid of the cane.
Oh, I got rid of it.
But
he says
I'm also
he
a
said
butcher.
he also
I
said
do have a question
it
for you.
may or may not
Oh.
come back.
I do have one question.
Sure.
Vinny Machete.
Go ahead.
When is Vinny Machete gonna get a machete?
I've got one in the trunk. You want to go see it?
No, I'm good. Hey, let me through here.
It's in the toolbox with the cleaver. I swear. I show you.
I'd be worried about talking to Pighead Jackson Morgan if I was you.
I'm staying the hell away from that one.
That is a scary sight, isn't it?
He is. He's
Machete
creepy.
wants to wrestle Jackson Morgan next week.
Nah, I'll pass. He has nothing I want.
I will tell you one thing I would like to see is the butcher Vinny Machete wrestle Milkman Colby Jack, the cow.
You know, that would be something to watch. I would enjoy doing
Give me
that.
some T-bones out of that.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Imagine the vignettes you could do.
Oh,
in
yeah.
That storyline at work.
Yeah. Well, I retired from the butchery
Yeah.
business.
Yes.
I gave that up. It's going to focus on my career here in the wrestling business.
It's a real shame that he did retire from the butcher business. 'Cause I'm telling you right now, he was probably the best butcher I've ever had.
I am good.
The meat and the pictures you were posting of that stuff made me want to drive down there to get that myself.
It's
I did.
fantastic. And he did.
I did on a few occasions.
Several occasions.
Yes.
I hooked that boy up good.
Yes. Oh,
He-
I still got some Vinny sausage in the fridge.
Good stuff.
Yes.
He watched me work one time. He literally stood there and watched as I put the machine to work, cut the pieces up by hand. Absolutely. I don't miss it.
Tag team champions.
No, you seem a little happier. You seem
From
more
Derry, Maine,
alert. You seem
the,
more
co-
your
the
physical
milkman, Colby Jack.
capabilities better. I saw you in Lafayette a few weeks
The
ago.
high-tech
Better
redneck
than
hillbilly jet.
Thank you.
And I think
They are accompanied to the ring by Milky, and they
I think
are
it too.
utter chaos.
Yeah.
Double champion.
Yes, sir.
When are we going to see you go for a title again? You haven't had the gunslinger title yet.
No, I had a chance.
You had it in your hands.
I did.
Ghosted you.
I know it. He got lucky. That scarecrow thing really threw me off.
He's terrifying.
I don't know what he's about. I really don't. I don't know what his purpose is. But here's what made me mad. Okay, I go to the ring and I'm showing my love to the fans, right? I bring them into my fold, and they rejected me over the Scarecrow and Bolton Dave. Seriously, when you got 20 some odd years of my experience, sure, you can't trust me as far as you could throw me, and Lord knows you can throw me a lot farther these days. But at the same time, you know, I come to you with love, and you reject me. They're gonna pay for that. What's
Yeah.
going on in this ring?
well, we got utter chaos against they're called the Most Wanted, Jacob Lee winners, and looks like I'm not sure McHale. Yeah, I've never. This first time they're in the building.
It looks like they mostly need a workout. A little, not as little as the Colby.
Right. I think for their first time in the building, though, they've got a little rough way to go.
Yeah, they picked a bad. They picked a bad target. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Of course, in this building, when you think about, you got the Twins and you got Hamlin Scorpion, I don't think you got a good choice.
Yeah.
You really don't. Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Don't hit the kid one more time, Jed.
I would.
You almost caved his chest in the first time.
Oh, why would you kick him there? Never mind.
So, last couple of times you've been here, Vinny, you had part of the syndicate with you.
Yeah.
How's that going, man? I mean,
Well, I've been watching what's going on. You got this the legacy virus going on. You got this, that, and the other out in the ether that's trying to gain a foothold. The VIP was here for the Don Basham Memorial, and we still are the biggest threat in the state of Indiana. I'm sorry. Ichikoma Wita, TJ Powers, and myself, VIP. Now, as far as the syndicate goes, Baron Von Kane is still here. He is one of the 3 pillars of the syndicate. Damian Black, and his name flips back and forth all the time because he's schizophrenic, and it depends on what day of the week it is. Sometimes he's CC Machete, sometimes he's the Cannibal Clown, sometimes it depends on how he's feeling. But he is the 3rd pillar of the syndicate. And there are others out there who are soldiers of the various pillars. Now, again, the fans do not seem to either remember or care about what I do. So I'm going to have to do what I do best and make an example out of somebody.
I understand. I know right now, when I look out in the crowd, I only see one other fan besides myself that was actually part of the syndicate fan club, we could say.
They're out there. There's several.
Yeah.
And I can point them out to you.
Yeah.
There's several that are big fans of Vincenzo Machete. However, I believe that they've forgotten. So I'm going to have to
I
remind
think with the absence of you over this pandemic that happened with this thing and what you were doing down in the southern part of the state, people just forgot about what you're about, what you are, who you are, the power you possess when you're on fire.
I think you're right. There's a lot of big men in this locker room. There's a lot of dangerous men in this locker room. But I assure you that none of them, whether it's Jason Levi or Dalton Davis or whoever decides to stick the nose in my business, I assure you, none of them are more dangerous than I am.
I do have to say, with the retirement of the cane, I am going to miss the 38 special.
Yeah, well, I got a new weapon. I have a new weapon.
It's always hard to say goodbye to the great things.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, when I think of Vinny Machete, I think of that 38, the end of that cane.
It was dangerous.
Yeah.
It was absolutely dangerous. So, no, we have to. There he goes. Oh, wow. I think he got him with his own move there. I've been the victim of that before. That's how I knew that.
Yeah, he definitely caught the cow out of nowhere there.
Unless he's doing his homework, and he watched the video.
Here's the thing. These two guys may have watched, as often as we've had Ever Chaos on Facebook Live, they may have been watching them wrestle. But Ever Chaos has never seen these two gentlemen that I know of.
You have a point.
Sometimes that plays in the favor of the guys going for the belts and not the champs.
Well, I could tell you from back in the day when it was me and Skip Radisson in the heavy heat Bogota, and we had to deal with Hillbilly Jed and whoever his partner was at the time, it is not a fun prospect. One of the more dangerous and devastating wrestlers in professional wrestling, Hillbilly Jed.
Yeah, anybody that has taken that Rolling Thunder, I mean,
Oh, Lord.
I know that takes them a good week or two to get listed up from that.
Now, Dale Patrick's in that cannonball in the corner. That's also dangerous. Is good.
Yeah.
Same thing, but man, the way he delivers it, that hurts.
Come on, man, go for the pin.
Yeah, they're not
my.
going for the pin. You can't get the belts by continuously beating up on the cow.
No.
I'm pretty sure they outlawed brutalizing the cattle.
Yeah,
As a
Pete is
butcher,
not-
I can assure
Pete
you.
ain't gonna be very happy with that.
No. Kind of surprised Peter hasn't been here already.
Only time I want my, well, let's not go there.
I was picking up what you were laying down. I get it. I'm not real impressed with these two. I don't think they got a chance against once that tag gets made, because Colby's not going to put up with this forever. He's slippery.
He's going to end up putting the horns to somebody, and then he's going to make that tag.
Yep.
And these two are going to pay the price.
Because Jed's going to have enough of this. But yeah, I think you're right. I think the first belt I need to go after, since I've retired, is that gunslinger title. That way I can have the, what's that called? It used to be called Triple Crown, but that's not it anymore. Grand Slam, is that what it's called now?
Oh, yeah. How many titles have you held? The tag team titles?
Here, absolutely.
Well, then
TJ
would be-
Powers and I.
I bet Grand Slam.
Grand
if
Slam.
You picked up the Gunslinger, 'cause look, you had the territorial and outlaw at the same time.
Yes.
You were tag team champion.
Yes.
And if you go and get the Gunslinger, that'd be 4 titles. That'd be a Grand Slam.
Yes, sir.
For him to get this title, actually mean you have a standing chance of beating me.
Well, I didn't say he was going to beat you. I just said if he went after you and got the title.
How dare you interrupt my podcast, my Facebook live stream, my time. You've already had your time. Get your curly head self out of here. Exactly. Bring me my belt back.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
Yeah, it's I just think that elbow's so freaking big, and so big, and when he just waves it back your way.
Oh, that's how you throw a forearm, folks. You know where you don't want to be? In that corner right now.
Right. Don't fall down. Up the horns.
Well,
no.
guess where he's going? He's going to Pain Town, boys. Taking him to the pay window. Oh!
Oh, my. Is there anything left of his face?
Bring those paramedics back.
Yeah.
Our winners, Utter Chaos.
I'm kind of surprised that referee could count to 3.
I'm like this. I say, bring the little guy in and do the Rolling Thunder him too.
Well, Big Pete,
Still your reigning champs. Utter Chaos.
those guys. Yeah. It's going to take a lot to defeat those two. You're going to have to separate Jed out of the equation in order to beat Colby. Colby's beatable. I really don't think there's a single soul in the building that can beat Jed.
I think the only way.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I already got my pay. I'm going to go home. Well, Big Pete, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir. It's good seeing you again, man.
I'm glad to be here. I intend on being back next week. But if I can't get Baron Von Kane to join the fold once again, I assure you that I will stop him myself. VIP, baby. Everybody loves Vinny.
Hey, it's Reggie Edwards. Where you been, bro?
Really? Are you?
I didn't realize you were gone, man.
Am I good now?
Yes,
Or
you're
did you
good.
bring somebody else in here?
You're good.
I feel like you're mad that I brought Jason Levi in last week, but you no-showed the show last night. You pulled a Max Sterling and no-show. Then you pop up out of nowhere on Inside the Dub. Didn't tell me you were doing the show. I found out on Facebook.
Here's the bad thing about it.
I don't think you could. I don't think you could do it.
You kicking Reggie out? It looks like you're getting ready to get kicked out.
It
Reggie.
bothers me that you're not responding right away.
The original plan was to kick out Pete, but I've not done commentary.
You don't need to. You did it with me twice, and it was great.
I mean, the first time was crap.
Oh, I could look.
Today wasn't bad.
Would you like to do commentary with Jason Levi?
I've done it twice. I don't want to do it again. I've done it with him twice.
Oh, now I'm hurt.
No, you're not.
Now I'm hurt.
No, you're not. You are not hurt.
It's fine. It's fine.
You know what? With as many times as you sent me that crappy Bad Wolves song on Facebook, you can deal with it.
This is what you get for putting pineapple on pizza.
It's good pizza!
It's not. It is awful.
You monster!
No, I wrestled a monster and he killed me.
I know. You know what the best thing is to make you feel better? You know what I do when I'm down and sad?
Sulk in your
No.
own pity?
Before you leave, we do have one question. We noticed sometime during that match, somehow or another, that pig head ended up on you. Our question for you, was there still membrane and stuff like that inside that
It smelled
head?
so bad.
Was there fresh blood in there?
So many things in that mask I cannot tell you about for PG reasons.
Okay. Well,
It's a
we were
family
curious.
show, guys.
Oh, my.
I'm traumatized.
I wondered why he was smiling like that before he went out there. And he doesn't smile often.
It's scary.
You know, the best thing is when you're scared and down.
If you turn this into a pineapple on pizza joke, I'm going to kick you in the dick.
You can't. Pizza in your way.
Here's my question. Go ahead. My question is, not in. What was up with Max Sterling's music hitting? Have we figured that out yet?
I wish I could tell you. The coward's not here to let me.
We thought he was here.
I thought he was too. I've been looking for him all night.
And then when you turned, it was lights out.
I know. I was there.
Are you okay?
I think I'm okay. The mental trauma's still there, but
That's going to be there for a while.
the physical.
Listen, at least you didn't end up in the body bag. I've been in there. Don't go in the body bag.
That's fair.
There's only
Look.
3 people that have been in the body bag. Me, Buck Sexton, Munchie Gonzalez.
Nope.
Only one of us is
10
left.
other people have been in the body bag also.
Oh, yeah.
Eric?
Mississippi's A.
No, Mississippi State. Yeah, Eric was also in there, and also one of our other trainees from way back in the day during Cage Mess. Two were in body bags.
Notice, I'm the only ones that messed them all up so much, they're not even here anymore.
Eric literally just beat me like 2 weeks ago.
Yet he's not here anymore. He's not here.
Yes, sir.
I'm just saying, you go in the body bag, it does things to you.
In the pig mask, it does things to me.
So whatever you do, don't get in the pig mask and the body bag.
I think.
However,
That's all.
I can see a fun match being Jackson Morgan
I
versus.
think Jason's got the same issue I do. He's not going to fit in that body bag either unless it's in pieces.
Imagine Jackson Morgan versus Tom Van Zant for the territorial championship. Pig mask on a pole. Jax wins the match by getting the pig mask and putting it on Tom Van Zant's head to win the belt back.
Just to torture.
How much fun would that be to watch, Tom Van Zant?
Just to
I know
torture
you're
Tom.
watching the show, Tom Van Zant.
Just to torture him. I'm here for that.
Such a nice guy.
Such a good guy.
So down to earth. He yells just to yell.
Ego at all.
None.
We should probably let you guys focus on the scramble that's happening right now.
And once it starts, we will. Multiple people in this match, though. We have
Scorpion.
Scorpion, Jawan Thomas, former Gunslinger champion, Guys, this match is for a Gunslinger Championship opportunity, I believe, possibly next week.
Yep. This
Juwan
is number
Thomas.
one contender
Juwan
champ.
Thomas wants his belt back, Pete
Yes.
and Jason. Logan Myers, Shorty P, Johnny Flash, Pogo, Hidari, Cecil Cerveza, newcomer to WCWO tonight. We got a couple new guys here. Hopefully it goes better for Cecil Cerveza than it did for Jacob Lee Winters and Mikkel Murphy. Didn't go well for them.
And,
They both almost got killed by Hillbilly Jed.
Now, Shorty P, he's going to have to hope that if he wants any luck in this match, that his manager can do better for him than what he did
don't-
for Hidari.
Good God, don't talk about that guy.
Dark horse pick, Shorty's winning. Shorty P for the win.
I'm going to be
Shorty
honest.
P.
I don't care who wins as long as we see Hidari smash T.S. Wiley into that wall.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Multiple times.
I was disappointed when I see him kind of just get pushed down on the blacktop out here in the gravel.
T.S.
a few
Wiley?
weeks ago. Yeah,
Why?
I wanted to actually see him get pulverized and just demolished into.
Yeah, you know who you can thank for that not happening? Shorty P.
Yeah.
It was close.
I wanted to actually see him be a part of an oil slick on that blacktop. How about you?
I didn't see any of that, so I can't
Okay.
comment.
We're talking about P.S. Wiley. Would you like to see him? Yeah, I would love to see him become an oil slick on that tar.
That would have been great. I would have paid for that. I'd pay $12 just to see T.S. Wiley get his papers handed to him every match.
Oh, yeah,
man.
absolutely.
The whole card is just everyone beating up T.S. Wiley.
Oh, check this out, guys. All right, I almost slipped up, folks. Look, he told me he was going to go out and sit ringside. Here's the Gunslinger champion.
Reggie left, so I'm taking his headset.
Oh, boy, talking about ringside seat.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow,
He's
up there on the
literally just
walkway.
sitting on the ramp, isn't he? The one man that should be out here, too.
What the hell is this?
Hello.
I walk out for 5 seconds.
Hello, Reggie.
You give my headset to another person.
Hello.
No,
What the hell, Pete?
your headset was there, and he said, "Can I get it, put it on?" I said, "Well, Reggie's not here right now, so."
I thought we were friends.
Listen,
Jason.
Reggie, this fan feels so good right now.
Is it the only band that you have that's on you?
Yes.
Is it the only band you
Yes, it is.
have? The only good band you have?
Yes. Outside of the ones that are sitting out there. But right now, this is the only fan I have, and I love it.
Oh, here we go. Let's go to the ring.
The next competitor weighs in at 265 pounds. He is the Naptown Nightmare, Juwan Thomas. The next competitor weighs in at 171 pounds. From Santa Clara, California, he is loud and proud, Logan Myers. The next competitor is accompanied to the ring by Professor T.S. Wiley. He weighs in at 255 pounds from Modoc, Indiana, Shorty P. The next competitor is from Las Vegas, Nevada, and weighs in at 170 pounds, Johnny Flash. The next competitor weighs in at 232 pounds from Detroit, 7 Mile Road. He is Savage Pogo. The next competitor weighs in at 164 kilograms. He is the king of the Amazon. He is Hidari. And your last competitor weighs in at 215 pounds. He is from the Dominican Republic. He is Cecil Cerveza.
That's for a reason, Jason Levi. You're unpredictable. Now, guys, multiple people in this match. I will say it's really cool to see these guys, a lot of these guys, getting a main event opportunity like this, and seeing these guys with a chance for a title shot. Pogo, WCW legend, mainstay, opportunity for the new title. Hidari, and Cecil Cerveza is out. Not a good night for new guys.
No. Well, the last match, the new guys lasted a little longer than Cecil.
True.
So, Reggie, what are you thinking here, man? We were in Vegas. Who are you putting your money on?
So experience-wise, I like Pogo's chances. That veteran mentality. He's been in, whoa, a flying Juwan Thomas. Yet to see that in a while.
Last time I saw that was in a ladder match.
I like Logan Myers' odds. I like Pogo's odds.
I got to give a little bit to Shorty P just because he has an extra person. Even though we don't like the person, he does have an extra body out there with him.
I will say Logan Myers, very popular with this fan base right now. The fans erupting every time he gets an entrance or any bit of offense.
Man, Shorty P putting the nuts to him right here.
Logan Myers just as loud as his tights.
Yeah. Did he?
They almost look like Power Ranger tights.
Did he get the colors from
It's muffin time.
Dutch Boy?
Look, his suspension has gone on longer because he's been on social media talking trash in the WCW forums. And you know what? He has yet to come back.
Right.
He's probably out stabbing somebody in the back.
He contacted me on Facebook and said that.
There goes your pick. Shorty P has been eliminated.
Yep. There goes the. Yeah.
Does anything could happen because of Hidari?
Oh no.
You did.
This
I wasn't
could be
here for
ugly.
that.
This could be
Superfly,
real ugly.
Jason Levi. You got some moves. Look at the power from Hidari.
I mean, he just flipped him from one side to the other side like it was
Lifting
nothing.
him up like he's just a rag doll.
Well, I tell you what, that was a good thing that Logan rolled out of the ring because I'm sure that would have been a 3 count.
Juwan Thomas raining forearms to the face of Hidari. Hidari
Did
not
Pogo
feeling
not
it.
get the message that
That's just
Shorty P's
waking.
been eliminated?
That's just waking up Hidari. Pogo just wants to fight.
Yeah, I mean, that came from like way out left field.
Whoa! And a pop-up headbutt from Hidari onto Juwan Thomas. This match is anybody's opportunity and everyone's opportunity to show that they deserve a championship opportunity. A lot of these guys taking full advantage of that. Hidari with the Samoan drop. Can we call that the Congo plunge? He's not Samoan, he's Congo.
I guess my eyes must have been closed. But
Ooh.
I thought they said Shorty P wasn't eliminated.
I don't think Shorty knows he's eliminated. Shorty just wants to fight. I think T.S. Wiley's trying to convince him he was eliminated. You're not good at rapping, Jason. This is true. Johnny Flash with the 619. I guess we can call that the 317 onto Hidari.
Oh, there it is. There's the Claymore. This should be a 3 count. Hidari should be gone. And Hidari is gone.
This match going quickly considering how many people are in this match, guys. We are down to Pogo, Hidari, Juwan Thomas, Johnny Flash, Logan Myers, and Scorpion. Half the field has been eliminated. Johnny Flash, Sister Abigail. What is Johnny Flash doing? He is pulling out all the stops.
Here's one. thing. Look,
Johnny
we got-
Flash with the brother Flash. Can't call his sister Abigail. That's trademarked.
Oh no.
Changed my mind.
Whoa. Johnny is out. All right, we're down to Scorpion, Pogo,
Juwan
Meyer.
and Logan. Juwan's still in this too.
Juwan. Here's what I'm wondering though. Let's say Scorpion wins. Not only would he be the number one contender for Gunslinger,
And the
he's-
tag team.
Yeah, he's one half of the number one contender tag team titles.
That would be interesting.
Would have set up a little bit of rivalry. Yeah. Say he was to win the Gunslinger and they win the tag team titles, but I don't think so. I think Pogo's trying to end this, and it is. I
So
guess
much for that, Pete.
We don't have to worry about that anymore.
Scorpion has been eliminated. We're down to
Pogo.
Pogo.
Turn around, turn around, turn around. It's, I tried to get him turned around before he got. Man.
Guys, we're down to just 2. Crowd is feeling Logan Myers right now. Juwan
Yes, they
Thomas reeling, pulling himself up. Showdown of the night, showdown of the century. Juwan Thomas, Logan Myers, number one
Loud
contender
and
for the
proud,
Gunslinger title
baby.
on the line.
Loud and proud.
With a forearm to Juwan Thomas, another forearm to Juwan Thomas. Logan Myers is
Double
on
axe
top.
handle,
He is
baby.
looking good.
Double axe handle. Oh, big forearm to the head. Yeah, he come halfway across the ring off that jump, man. I
Can
noticed
Logan Myers.
Dalton is eyeing Juwan a lot, but I think he ought to keep his eyes on Logan Meyer.
Logan just able to kick out of that. Juwan Thomas is in complete shock. And let's be honest, denial. You did. Like half the year.
There he goes. He's setting him up.
Logan Myers is able to move out of the way of the Claymore. Oh, with this exploder into the corner. Juwan Thomas telling the crowd
Crowd's not
this
happy
is
right now. I
over.
mean, he's not happy with the crowd.
Juwan telling the crowd, this is done, this is over, this kid is not beating me. Juwan to the top rope is never a pretty sight for anybody, let alone the person in the ring. Did he just catch him with the flatliner?
He sure did. That's a 3 count there, baby. It's
Logan
over.
Myers with the win.
Yes.
Logan Myers, the number one contender for the Gunslinger Championship.
Dalton Davis with his approval there. Well-deserved victory right there, folks.
And the pure, sheer emotion on the face of Logan Myers. That is a man who has come back from injury, gone back to the top, and has now earned himself a shot at a championship here at WCW. One of the fastest rises to the championship picture. I'm good at that, Jason Levi. Now, what a sight. Dalton Davis, Logan Myers. We saw these two wrestle about a month or two ago when Dalton came back. We know it's going to be a good match. But Dalton Davis said, kid, you may be good, but you're not good enough to take my belt from me. And Logan Myers says, did you just see what I just did in the middle of this ring?
Dalton, listen, I love you, but Logan might be good enough.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook, we're going to let Logan Myers enjoy this win. We'll see you back next week. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching.